Hello folks, Lucas here. Please don't mind the lighting and the strange setup. Right now I'm moving out, so this is the best I could do. This is in preparation for the USN 10th Gathering, Usual Suspects Network. Awesome forum, awesome folks, and it's going to be my first gathering and I can't wait to see. This is going to be a very special review because I've done a review of this guy before, Mauricio Dobruski, or Mauricio Dobruski, if we use the correct pronunciation. He's an awesome maker. He's a legend in volley songs, but he also does fixed blades. He also does some folders, and since he's back doing full time, we now have a larger variety of knives, and I'm lucky to be the person who has right now, I think, the most. I think I'm the collector that has the most of these knives right now, and I'm very excited to share it with you. So I'm gonna show pretty much, 4 of them, and I have 6. One is stored somewhere, and the other one is in Brazil. So, this is the Caiman. Caiman is a type of alligator from South America. We call it in Brazil jacaré. I think the name came from Mauricio's dealer in the US, Dwayne Wycombe from EDC Knives, a guy who has always done a great job by showcasing the work of Brazilian makers. He used to be the dealer of Rick Lala and Flavio Coma. And the Caiman is a larger flipper. The blade has about 4 inches, and it usually comes in a saber, a Weehawk, or a Bowie grind. And this one is the saber grind, Ikbs bearings. The idea behind the Caiman was to have a folder that had a blade similar to the one from a volley song, and that had a lot of fuse, very ergonomic. The back spacer, it's pretty cool back spacer. It doesn't harm at all, and you can really appreciate Mauricio's workmanship in some areas like the junctures between the two materials, the bolster, and the blade grinds are all exquisite, and you can see that the blade grind is really continuous and beautiful. This knife is extremely sharp, rock solid, Ikbs system. Mauricio is also from Brazil, and he has the blessings of Rick and Flavio for making the Ikbs knife. It flips really nice, and what a lot of people don't appreciate in some larger flippers is the blade balance. Now, Mauricio, doing volley songs, is a guy used to doing very balanced blades and making that balance count. So this is exactly what you get in the Caiman. You get a very large but extremely balanced knife that flips easily, perfect action, no play, solid lockup, and perfect centering. Beautiful. The first 2 had the clip tipped down. One of mine is still tipped down, but it was reversed. And it's nice that it opens in 3 ways. It opens flipping, or actually 4. It opens front flipping. You can use this to snag in a pocket, a bit like the Wave, but it was completely unintended, and Mauricio didn't even recognize that it was possible. And you can do one thing that I always like about knives is to have the option to pull open the blade. And I like to pull open because sometimes you're in an environment where flipping is going to feel a little aggressive. So, this Caiman is awesome, and this is the let's say the basic configuration: carbon fiber, titanium bolsters, and beautiful. Now you can always go up a little on the food chain, and let's save this one for later. And this one is very special. It's gonna be ready. I got it I had a few spots on Mauricio's books. They're closed now, but you can get his stuff through his official dealer, Dwayne Wycombe, or you can buy them on the secondary from collectors or from some Brazilian collectors that are able to get the spots on the book. This one is, I used 2 spots that I had. You're going to see the other version now. It was inspired in I wanted to get it ready for the gathering, and something really special. And you see that the backspacer is done in brass, as are the bolsters. This is Arizona Desert Ironwood, and the blade is Bowie ground. This is inspired in the legendary Buck 110 or 110, and you can see that the result is very pretty. Like, this is a knife that you feel the whole heritage of Bowie knives, and it's just beautiful. It flips so nicely. Check the locking sound. Oh yeah, that's sweet. And it's just a special knife, and I'm very happy that Mauricio did this for me, and I'm gonna have it with me at the USN Gathering. So if you guys want to check it out, let me know. I'm gonna be around Rick and Gus's table. Now you can go a little higher, and there are 2 Caimans with Damascus blades, and they are both here. This is the same configuration, brass bolsters. Check out the polish on these bolsters. I mean, my ugly hands don't make it justice, but check out the polish on these bolsters. Beautiful ironwood. Structurally, it's a Framelock, but since you get both the bolsters and the scales, it helps to as an over travel stop, and you get the whole structural rigidity of a Framelock, but you also get the protection of a liner. So it's a really interesting balance that Mauricio did. This is Chad Nichols Damascus, beautiful Bowie grind, and this is the plus version, same configuration. And I asked Mauricio to tune the detent a little bit to make it a little bit snappier. And just so, you know, I like that feeling. And this is another one. So at the beginning of this year, Mauricio got the patch and the card, which states the year, the materials. A few of these have it, some of the older ones don't, and it's not a demerit, it just means they're both really cool. Now this one is just as special. This one has Mokume Gane bolsters. Check it out. The lighting is really bad, so you can't make a lot of the figuring. I did a slight polish with them just to the patina on these wasn't really homogeneous, so I did a slight polish to make sure the pattern is going to set up correctly. Titanium bag spacer, matte disc in carbon fiber. I bought this carbon fiber from Matt in the Blade Show and brought it to Mauricio. And I think the other batch I bought it in the New York Knife Show. So this is, I think, right now the top Caiman that's ever been done, both in Damascus and Mokume Gane. So pretty special piece. And these are all extremely special knives. And I would say that not many people know that Mauricio does flippers. I wish they did, because they are of the highest quality, and I can say from having a few of them and hanging around knife shows, these are excellent knives. So I highly recommend that you get one of these when they show up. Sometimes in the secondary, sometimes with Dwayne from EDC Knives. And these are awesome. And you get really top-notch quality. Mauricio doesn't use CNC, so this is old school workmanship. I have no problem against CNC, by the way. It's just a statement. Some people prefer it to be not CNC'd, so that's the situation. And I'm especially fond of this one right now because it really feels classic. It feels like a knife that you can hand to a grandpa, and he's gonna open it, even if he doesn't know how to flip, and he's gonna look and appreciate the workmanship and the quality, the grinds, the ergos. I know that my grandpa actually really liked my copper version of this one. I have one with copper scales and the Weehawk blade. He actually appreciated it, and he's not the most knife guy I know, so I take that as a compliment. So I'm gonna have well, I think 2 of these with me in the USN, so you guys can check out Mauricio's work and stop by to talk, and hope to see you all at the gathering. Thank you very much.